Papasquatjon. Cool. Manager. Got something a little bit different for the first thing today, and that is one of my patrons sent over this video about Tony Shhnow, and and he just wanted some feedback on it, and I watched it, and I think the whole thing is really good. Otherwise, I wouldn't be reacting to it here because I have actually already watched it. And I think it is such a fantastic idea. It's DartTV is the channel. I'll include a link below so that hopefully he will continue to make more of these videos. I think it's a really fantastic idea. And we'll see what this is, but it's basically an overview about Tony Shhnow, his life, what he does, all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to give you what I told him as feedback up front so that you know the stuff that I paid attention to. And really, honestly, I thought the information was great. I don't know if it's completely accurate. I'm assuming it is because he has bothered to put together this 3-minute and 20-second video, researched it appropriately, found out everything he could find out, found a bunch of really great imagery and video with Tony Shhnow in it, and it's really a well put together thing. The only feedback I had for him was to make his voiceover more interesting, give it a little more character. And I say that because, for one thing, I listen to a lot of books on tape, and you don't want to be quite as... He's not monotone at all in this. I mean, he talks fairly normally, but he's not really putting any emphasis on certain words, and it's very flat sort of performance, and I think a little bit of variation would really help. And that was my only real criticism, and he asked for some feedback, so I was happy to pass that along, and it really was my only bit of feedback. Let's give this a listen. I think this is a fantastic idea. I would love to see him continue to make more of these, even about the various genres or the groups like Drain Gang or Slay World or whoever. I know, was it Lucky or Chief Keef or somebody has a group that he's surrounded with. I forget, but I know there are all sorts of groups that sort of revolve around each other. It would be so cool to get information about these guys. And there are Wikipedia pages and things like that, but you don't get to see the person in their element as you're being told about them or learning about them. And so this is super interesting, very, very cool. I love the whole approach to the, like, hitting underground artists that there's just not a ton of information out there for. So give it a listen. I probably won't stop because it's just good information, and I wanted to share it with everybody. And you should go follow his channel. The most underrated underground artist.
Carrington Wilson, otherwise known as Tony Shhnow, is a legendary artist in the underground. However, he still remains extremely underrated. Because of that, I felt that in order to bring attention to his music and put people on, I should make a video on who he is. He was born on December 27th, 1995 in Los Angeles, California, where he spent the early stages of his life living with his grandparents while his mother worked a minimum wage job to provide for him and his 2 sisters. After a few years, his mother decided it was time to start afresh and build a new life in Cobb County, a northwestern suburb of Atlanta, Georgia. Important to note that just because he grew up in the suburbs doesn't mean he was wealthy or even well off. The family was still struggling despite the fact that his mother was working 2 jobs to support them, which is when Tony decided to jump off the porch, and from there he became known in the streets.
I really do like some of the clipped together images and things like that are in this. They just show a really good sense of humor, and it's pretty entertaining.
In a 2021 interview with Our Generation Music, he mentions that he started messing around with music around the 9th or 10th grade in order to impress the hoes.
I wasn't rapping like doing no like solo, nothing like that.
Okay.
No official, nothing like that. I was just like, really for the hoes.
It's, why we do it all.
Impress the hoes.
Yeah, for the bitches.
Yeah, for sure.
But I did recall that.
Would frequently do lunchroom freestyles. He also says that people around him knew he was serious about rap. In another 2021 interview with Passion of the Vice, he states that he makes music for people in the trap, not necessarily as a way of promoting the lifestyle, but simply encouraging the merits behind it. He works closely with producers such as, but not limited to, Cash and Sensei ATL to make the music he's known for and the sound that the fans keep coming back to. Cool, breezy, and tranquil are all words that can be used to describe the sound he manages to create. A sound that puts you more or less into a trance. What makes him so unique is that each song and project feels more like a smooth journey flying through the sky on a private jet, rather than simply being a piece of music that's riding a certain wave, using a certain style, and being pushed out by a label in order to make as much money as possible. As of right now in October 2022, he has over 266,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, with his most streamed song being Vet off his 2020 project, The World Is Ours 3. In total, he has released 14 full-length projects, as well as countless singles. His latest project, Reflections, rated a 7.5 by Pitchfork, includes 18 tracks with features from various legends such as OJ the Juice Man, The Loopers, and Matt Hawks. Tony is clearly a hard-working individual and has much more coming, so make sure to stay tuned by following him on Instagram at TonyShhnow. So yeah, that's it for the video, guys. Make sure to drop a like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and let me know which artists you'd like to see talked about on the channel next. And yeah, until next time.
Just a great little video, right? Absolutely fantastic. I think it's really interesting. I would love to see videos about all sorts of people, groups, genres of music explained, all that stuff. How cool would that be? Dart, I think that's the name you're going by. At least this is DartTV, and I saw it was Dart Makes Stuff. I really like it. I think this is fantastic. I think you're onto something cool here. I haven't even thought to look and search to see if there are other things like this, but yeah, do it, man. This is a great idea. I think you could be onto something, and if I don't know, it could go somewhere for you. I'm excited. I have already subscribed to your channel, and I hope you get a bunch more, and I hope we see more videos coming out soon. Thank you very much for sending this in. Pop Squat, check it out. I'll be back with some more stuff. Bye-bye. Oh, that doesn't do that. I have to hit this button. Haha.